Another video on another Forza game. I know I've been doing a bit of different content lately, but I was always going to come back. And this one is pretty much a video I've been wanting to make as part of a larger one, which is coming, similar to my Horizon 2 retrospective, but on Horizon 4, as you can probably tell by the background footage. Well, this is being recorded as part of that, however, I'm also releasing it as its own separate video, purely because it makes sense to record it separately and just superimpose it into the larger video later on, considering I've got a lot of other stuff on at the minute as well as making other content, and so splitting it up a bit helps me with my workflow. At the minute, I'm planning on getting that out by the end of June or May. I haven't quite got the list up right now, so I'll have to see. But anyway, what we're doing today, we are doing a tier list again. I'm going to do the Horizon 5 stories at some point as well, but for now I'm doing the Horizon 4 ones. So they are set into two different types of stories. There are stories, which are just interactive driving sections pretty much. And then there's also businesses, which do actually give a cash payout when you log into the game, depending on how long it is you logged in. So I think the cap on mine was 25 million credits each, something like that. I can't remember exactly, where I didn't log into the game for about 2 years or something. Don't think it takes that long to get that far, but it's a while. They are still drive to place, complete objective format. However, they're a bit more interesting than that, which is good because they have an actual story to them. They're similar to bucket lists, but not quite. And like I said, I figured the easiest way to go into this is a tier list. I mean, you know what a tier list is, I'm not going to explain it. They're getting ranked from A to F. Yeah, well, I'm just gonna get to it, I suppose. So, first up on the tier list is Stunt Driver, where you play as a stunt driver in a movie produced in the UK in the place of the actor Alex Cobalt. You do a bunch of action set pieces, racing through tunnels, jumping over trains, things like that. It's fun, it's entertaining. It does give a bunch of silly set pieces to go through. I think it's also the first story that you unlock, although it has been about 7 years since I've played this game, actually from the beginning. But this one, honestly, it's going up to A tier. I mean, it was a lot of fun, I enjoyed it, there's not much else to say, it's just gonna go up there. So, the next one is the world's fastest, which is the first business that I'm going to cover. In short, you're running a business to demonstrate the fastest cars in the entire world. These lead to a bit of passive income and is based on the amount of stars you get, I think. It is honestly great for new players who haven't really played a Horizon game, as they get to play with a bunch of new cars that are incredibly fast. However, it's probably the most season-dependent story that I've played. I remember tearing my hair out when I was trying to complete one section in a Pagani Zonda when I was playing it back in late 2018. It was in the autumn, I think, and it turns out the best time to do it is summer, and you just can't not put your foot down. But on the balance of it, it's entertaining, it's fun. Going back and playing it was fun when you're not trying to 3-star everything. So it is going in A tier alongside the Stunt Driver. Next up is Aisha's Taxis, where it's another business, but this time you have to run a taxi business. I mean, it's got to be the best taxi business in the UK, where this time you drive to a person, drive to a location, in a time limit. It's quite literally as simple as that. There's not much more to say. It's short, it's fine. That's it, really. There's nothing else really to say. B tier. Average. Drift Club is actually my personal favourite story, funnily enough. This is Drift Club, the one where you do, well, a bunch of drifting challenges around the UK, and it is genuinely my favourite story to play or revisit at all, out of all of them. 100%. Apart from one in the DLC, which I'll get to when I eventually review the DLC. The purpose, cars, and everything else about it is just the thing that I enjoy the most. It actually has my favourite NPC in the game, which is Robert, a Scottish drifting man who is just entertaining to listen to because he's just a car nerd who likes drifting. They actually brought him back in Horizon 5, which I'm really glad about because he's entertaining, I like him. I mean, if you look at this channel, I can obviously relate. I'm a bit of a nerd when it comes to this kind of stuff, but other than that, I think this is going to S tier. Absolute cinema. Honestly, I love it. It belongs there. Low Racer at Horizon. Honestly, I can't knock it. It does make me cringe, but it is quite literally the same thing that I'm doing right now, so I can't really complain about it, can I? I mean, I suppose it is the intention of the story, but I can't really say it's certain. But, I mean, they're not the fastest cars, you're not grabbing clients, They're just kind of present. It's a safe choice, but it's just kind of boring overall, and there's not really much to it. You're just kind of, oh, you're an influencer is helping you with car stuff, cool. And so it's going to be D tier. Boring, but it's there. It exists. The British Racing Green is kind of the car culture story where it focuses on the culture of that country, similar to the Vocho Made in Mexico stories, except you don't have Papa Fernando constantly. This kind of runs like an episode of Top Gear where you explore the various cars of different eras of British car culture, and honestly, it's average. It's not boring, it's not great, it's just purely, completely 100% average compared to everything else. And so I'm going to give it C tier. Just C for completely bloody average. Skill Streak is the one of the first ones that I haven't actually completed yet to 100% and just done as much as I've wanted to. I've also not had any interest whatsoever in the story of this one at all. It's very boring to me. I've got so little interest, couldn't even be bothered to finish it off. You're just completing skill challenges in order to advertise things, that's all there is. Drive from one place to another, complete skills. It was the most infuriating one that I've done besides another one further down the list. Landing it, honestly, straight into the first F tier that we have, it's fucking awful. I just can't stand it, I'm sorry, it's awful. It's the only one that has made me want to tear my hair out since I finished World's Fastest, and this one came out after that. I hate it. Can't stand it. F tier, never want to play it again. So, Car Files, the story is very, very extremely similar to Fastest Cars, another one that I haven't yet completed to 100%. You work for an insurance company, doing insurance claims testing. It's a business, so it's just a brutally awful grind, and to me just incredibly boring. It's actually painful to complete to me, and it's so bad to me that I'm just going to drop it down to F tier. I can't stand it. No, I'm not even trying it. I'm done. No. That's it. F tier, move on. Upgrade Heroes is actually interesting in concept, but I just don't like it. You take classic cars and you upgrade them, take clients, upgrade their cars, test them, you know, that kind of shebang. The first one, for example, is a Datsun that gets upgraded and you have to complete challenges once an NPC gives you like a set level of upgrades. It isn't terrible, it's just boring after a while, which, as I've already put something down to D for being boring, it's going to get chucked in D tier, because if there's one thing I can't stand, it's just boring me. It feels like it's wasting my time. If it's just boring, I can't stand it. So, yeah, D tier, gone. So, an actually positive entry for once, Express Delivery. So, this is a delivery service at Horizon. It's really simple. You complete a delivery schedule, has special instructions, like you can't have this much damage, that kind of thing. It's quite fun actually. It's interesting to have some level of challenge for what should be a delivery service. It's kind of similar to the taxis. It's not particularly boring either, considering it's got a good amount of variation, considering you're just driving a van. The entire thing is just delivery driving, and because of that, honestly, it goes in B tier. It's fun, it does what I'd expect it to, and I can't fault it for that. It does it well. I know that sounds like I've just given it B tier for something I've criticised the others for, but most importantly, it didn't make me want to tear my hair out. That's the key. Well, Top Gear. Don't like this for a number of reasons, but I'll start with the primary one. Horizon's always had brand integration into the world. I mean, all the cars are brands, and the challenges in Horizon 1 are literally sponsored by brands like Nike and Reebok. But I don't like it because it's probably the most blatant paid sponsorship of the entire franchise. Top Gear at this point in time was in somewhat of a decline. Sudden firing of Jeremy Clarkson in 2015, followed by his two friends Richard Hammond and James May leaving the show to pursue their own Amazon show, definitely left Top Gear in a weird state of limbo. By 2019 they had Chris Harris, Matt LeBlanc and Rory Reid hosting the show. Chris Harris gives voiceover for the game, and it does kind of feel like a dying brand attempts to claw back some life through a product placement effectively. I mean, it's part of British driving culture, Top Gear, but given the state of the show and how it was, it feels like they're just trying to claw back some kind of brand recognition rather than actually trying to do something that would be relevant to the show. Besides that, the actual story is quite tame. It's an episode of Top Gear set in the Horizon Festival. You do Top Gear things like driving a tractor. Anyone from the UK who actually has a TV license in the last 2 decades has probably had Top Gear reruns on in the background while doing something. I mean, I have, my brother has, I know that, everyone has. And that's just it. It's boring. It feels like a product. I can't stand that. I don't like when things just appear to be product placement and nothing else. If there's going to be product placement, it needs to be good, in my opinion. And I can't stand it. That's it. F tier. I'm done. I'm done. This is the last one on the list, but that's it. I'm done. Fuck this. F tier for fuck this. And I mean, that's really it for just, you know, this tier list, I guess. That's just it. I mean, the last few entries just kind of took it out of me because they're all kind of terrible. I mean, I probably should have pre-planned that in advance so that they weren't all bad, but I didn't, so they were all kind of terrible. Overall, though, I don't mind the stories in Horizon 4. The stories and businesses are okay. I mean, I've just said why I don't like a bunch of them, but, you know, I'd rather them be there than not. I'd rather have a few misses and more hits than anything else, because I do like the story system. It's more interesting than the bucket list system. Gives more story, gives more background, and that's always a plus over the bucket list system, which did just feel like a massive set of disconnected challenges. As much as I did like those in Horizon 3, these ones just feel better. They give actual tangible rewards in the form of passive money, which isn't in Horizon 5 for some reason, I don't know why. But they give passive money, they have an actual story, they give like more variation in the challenges that they have, and I think that's just a major step up from Horizon 3. I do love Horizon 3, but this is something that 4 and 5 have over it 100%. And quite a few other things actually, but I'll get into that one day if I do plan on doing a Horizon 3 review at some point, but I don't have it written down for when at this point in time. It's just on the list of ideas. But other than that, for now, I'm going to leave this here. So I hope you've enjoyed this tier list and this video, and I'll see you in the next one.